We should start this experiment by defining some terms that we have learned. The first is diffusion. Diffusion is known as the random movement of molecules, in this case water molecules, from a region of higher concentration to one of a lower concentration. The next term is osmosis, which is the purpose of this experiment. Osmosis is the diffusion or movement of water across a semi-permeable membrane from an area of high water concentration to an area of low water concentration. Also, we should know that semi-permeable means that a membrane will allow certain molecules or ions to pass through it by diffusion and osmosis. For this experiment, we are going to use gummy bears to demonstrate osmosis through their membranes. As we investigate, we should notice how the gummy bear starts out and what the gummy bear looks like after 6 hours of being in water. Throughout this experiment, I want you to document your findings and data to ensure accuracy. To start our experiment, we're going to show you exactly the materials you're going to be needing. First, you're going to need 3 empty clear glasses. Then, you're going to need tap water. I put mine in a water bottle just so it was easier to pour. Next, you're going to need 3 different color gummy bears just so you can do 3 trials. A paper plate so you can put the gummy bears on. You're going to need a spoon. Any size spoon will work so that you can grab the gummy bears out after they have been sitting in the water. Next, you're going to need a ruler so that you can measure the gummy bears before and after. You're going to need a pen to write down the measurements of the gummy bear and a piece of paper to write those measurements down on. Step 1 is we're going to measure the gummy bears. You're going to measure its length, you're going to measure its width, and you're going to measure its height. You are then going to do the same for all 3 gummy bears and then record your data as shown. At this step, we are going to fill up the 3 cups of water evenly and then place 1 gummy bear in each glass. Over the course of the next 6 hours, you are going to watch how the gummy bears grow in the tap water. After 6 hours, carefully use the spoon to take out each gummy bear individually and place them on the paper plate. For the last step, we are going to measure the new dimensions of the grown gummy bears. You're going to measure its length, you're going to measure its width, and you're going to measure its height. Now that we have measured the gummy bears, we are going to write down the new data as shown. You should be able to see a drastic difference between the gummy bears before and after they were put into the tap water. Through osmosis, the tap water that originally was outside of the gummy bear traveled through the semi-permeable membrane of the gummy bear. This is what caused the gummy bear to grow. Now that the experiment is done, I hope that you have a complete understanding of what osmosis is and how it works.